And I can't tell you how much research and how much I had to go back and forth to have legal advice to be able to speak to you about the case of Chevron Texaco in Ecuador. Between 1971 and 1992, Texaco embarked upon reckless oil exploration, pumping 1.5 billion barrels of oil from Ecuador. Texaco carved over 350 oil wells in a rainforest area roughly 3 times the size of Manhattan, and dumped approximately 16 billion gallons of oil-contaminated water into unlined pits, 1.5 times the amount spilled by the oil tanker Exxon Valdez. When Texaco left Ecuador in 1992, it left behind 916 unlined, open, toxic waste pits, some just a few feet from the homes of residents. Leaking of highly toxic wastewater byproducts of oil extraction from these pits contaminated the entire groundwater and ecosystems in one of the world's most valuable rainforests. As there is no running water in the region, families, including thousands of children, have no alternative but to drink, bathe, and cook with poisoned water from streams, rivers, lagoons, and swamps that have been contaminated by Texaco. None of my past experiences as a human rights advocate prepare me for the suffering that I witnessed when I visited the provinces of Arellana and Sucumbíos in 2003. I met residents afflicted with leukemia, women who had experienced a spontaneous abortion, and children suffering from skin diseases as a consequence of direct exposure to this toxic water. US states have laws requiring that pits have impermeable liners. Louisiana and Texas, 2 major other oil-producing states, passed such laws in the 1930s. Texaco must have been aware of the dire consequences of leaving unlined pits exposed. They made a calculated decision based on profit. Texaco saved an estimate $3 per barrel of oil produced by handling its toxic waste in Ecuador in ways that were unthinkable and illegal in the US. One question that I always ask myself is it because they think that life in the developing country has no price and is too cheap and they can allow themselves to act with total impunity? That is the toxic legacy left by Texaco for present and future generations. The Texaco disaster culminated in the largest environmental lawsuit in Latin America today, brought by 30,000 plaintiffs from the Ecuadorian Amazon. They filed a $1 billion class action against Texaco in New York. Texaco moved to dismiss the US lawsuit on international committee and foreign nonconvenience ground. In 2002, the court granted Texaco motions, and the case moved to Ecuador on the condition that the company stop using an expiration of the statute of limitation as a defense, and that any judgment be enforced in the US. Among the plaintiffs are 5 indigenous tribes. The co-founder